Yo, what's up guys? Today we are reacting to a very interesting video. This is India taking over the VFX industry? Let's take a look at this. The original video is in the description. Go check it out. The link is in the description. This is from a channel called VFX Geek. If you enjoy their content, go subscribe to them, leave them a nice comment. And let's do this, guys. Let's go. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel as well. Join us on Discord if you want more, contact with me and, the mods, and everyone is there. Let's go.
In 2011, the size of the Indian VFX industry was around $31 billion. But within 10 years, it has risen to massive $74 billion.
$74 billion
like
company.
NBC, Double
Industry.
Negative, Framestore or Digital Domain establishing their offices there, and now shifting from rotoscoping and cleanup to creative visual effects creation, India's VFX industry will surely continue to grow.
Wow.
Having its own huge film industry, India has also established its own VFX companies over the years. What made the Indian VFX industry rise constantly in the last decade? Let's find out.
The industry itself was seeing a necessity or a need of having more VFX, right? Because of it's kind of like you can't travel nowadays, so I think VFX plays a huge part, especially after the pandemic. I think VFX online, everything became a little bit more digital, and let's see what he has to say about this.
This video is sponsored by F-Truck, the creator of Academy Award and Emmy-winning production tracking and media review solutions for VFX and other creative industries.
Wow.
I'll tell you more about it at the end of this video, and now let's talk about India's VFX industry.
Congratulations for the
The
sponsorship.
turning point was in the 1990s, when CGI, computer-generated imagery, started gaining importance, and that was also noticed by the Indian industry. Soon, Indian companies decided to advance themselves to match with international competitors. Until recently, everyone associated India with rotoscoping. It was the #1 place for outsourcing this kind of work. Also,
Interesting.
so-called paint and cleanup work, which usually means wire removal and manually painting out unwanted objects, was being sent to India.
Wow.
Big VFX companies, like the mentioned MPC, have established their branches in India to have their own teams for such work.
Also, because of the currency exchange, I think it's cheaper for the United States and the UK, for example, to outsource VFX from like India, which is a smaller currency. So I think that plays a big role. So India is exporting VFX.
However, a gigantic film industry, there's around 1,800 films being produced in India
Wow.
each year compared to around 700 made in Hollywood.
That's only Bollywood. 1,800 from Bollywood. And then you have the other industries, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam, Marathi, Bengali, all of the other movies as well. Wow, India has so many movies. How can you guys watch all of them? It's impossible. Hollywood has 700 films per year, and we don't watch a lot of them. But now Bollywood has 1,800, let alone the other industries. That is incredible.
Clearly developed a need for visual effects. Due
Wow.
to relatively lower budgets, those effects had to be created locally, and so India's
seen
VFX
this-
studios began to emerge.
This scene.
Prime Focus, Makuta VFX or Red Chillies are just a couple of examples of India's VFX powerhouses. Those
Nice,
companies are responsible for some amazing effects created for Indian films, but they begin to spread on international productions. Red Chillies is one of the leading firms in the country that has now more than 300 artists working for them. Their scope of work ranges from beauty work, environments and set extensions, creature creation,
That
and
is
FX
insane.
simulations. Their credits include some Indian blockbusters,
Krish.
but they also had a bite on international productions like Sin City 2 or League of Gods.
I haven't seen League of Gods. Is that any good? Bro.
VFX is not just about film projects. Commercials are today in demand for visual effects as well. One of the leading firms, named Famous Studios, claims to deliver 15 to 20 TV ads each month with heavy VFX work.
That is awesome. And not only is it in demand, but man, India has a very talented workforce for VFX. I can tell you, I've seen the recent movies, you know, like Brahmastra, even like, you know, Attack. These have awesome VFX. RRR, you know, Shamshera also. These are amazing, amazing productions. Even KGF had like a lot of jets, you know, a lot of VFX going into that. Amazing.
Along with the VFX industry, the animation studios in India bloom, and companies like Green Gold Animation or Toons Animation are producing dozens of animated films and series for Indian and international markets.
Wow.
India's VFX industry is quickly catching up with the latest technology trends. It's no different with the virtual production. Stages with LED screens, as originally used in the production of Mandalorian, are being built in India and were used to continue producing movies during the pandemic.
The Mandalorian, wow.
Actually, despite the massive impact of COVID-19, the animation industry in India grew by 10% in 2020, while the whole economy was going down.
Really? I thought the economy would make it more productive because the fact that you can't travel a lot makes VFX more important. Because I've seen so many movies that were supposed to be in New York, but they were filming in California, for example. And in fact, if Indian movies want to be set in New York, they can do it without even leaving India.
Some of India's biggest films featuring heavy VFX work include Bahubali, produced in 2015 with a budget of approximately $28 million and 90% of the movie having some kind of visual effects, created by 17 VFX studios and around 600 artists. In 2022, a third part of this film will be released.
A third part? What? This year? Nah. 2022 Bahubali 3? Who told you that, man? Who told you that?
2.0.
Nice.
2018 science fiction film, being the most expensive Indian film so far, with around $76 million budget.
Bro, that's a lot of money. But it's still
Visual
not
effects
very...
were created by double...
It's not a lot for the US market. Like, I think the most expensive was maybe Avatar 2? Not sure. Maybe 400 million. That's the most expensive for the US.
Negative, and 22 other companies, and animatronic effects by US-based Legacy Effects, known for Avatar, Avengers, or Jurassic World.
That's Akshay Kumar, isn't it?
Zero.
I've seen the music video of Zero.
Romantic comedy, for which the main actor's height had to be reduced to around 137 centimeters.
Okay. Yeah, I saw
Visual
that.
effects were provided by Red Chili's VFX.
But they
Over the
didn't
years,
produce his
the
head
demand
to
for
be...
visual effects all over the world has increased dramatically. VFX studios were opening branches in different parts of the world to catch up with the demand and to gain access to new artists. In the meantime, VFX artists in India gained experience and were now ready to move from simple tasks to more demanding ones. This is especially visible with double negative. The London-based VFX company was bought by Indian Prime Focus in 2014.
Oh, wow.
Originally, DNEG's Indian offices were taking over rotoscoping and cleanup work. But recently, we see that more complex work, like compositing or FX simulations, are being done in their Indian branches.
Oh.
That was the case with Dune, Matrix
Dune,
Resurrections,
Matrix.
or the Uncharted.
Guys, I haven't watched Matrix Resurrections yet. Isn't it any good? I haven't watched it. I was going to watch it in the cinemas, but you guys know I'm very limited on time. And either I am working or I am recording for YouTube. Like right now, I could have gone and watched a movie by myself in the cinema, but no, I'm here recording. Because, you know, I gotta post videos on YouTube because I love it, you know, and this is as interesting as a movie. Also, Uncharted, it's with Spider-Man. What's his name? Man, I forgot his name right now. That actor. What is his name? You know, my mind just... I'll remember, don't worry. Tom Holland. See? I remembered. Uncharted, right? It's with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg, I think. Wow.
The rapid growth
Uncharted.
of India's VFX industry is also influenced by government financial incentives and wider education possibilities, with universities offering VFX and animation studies.
Nice,
Some
man.
of the most known are Anibrain School of Media Design, MAAC, Maya Academy of Advanced Cinematics, National Institute of Design, or Sanpet University. Despite VFX industry growing constantly since the last decade, the younger generation in India and their parents are still facing difficulty getting out of the century-old mindset of pursuing career in law, government service, engineering, or healthcare. But the career trends are quickly changing. Visual effects industry gets more recognition and starts offering good financial conditions. Junior VFX artists in India can earn around 150 to 350 US dollars per month. Mid-level artists can expect 400 to 800 dollars, and senior VFX artists earn up to around $1,500 per month.
Okay, so I don't know how much this is in India. I normally times it by 100, I think. But I don't know how much that is. Is that a lot of money? I think 1,500 is around 1 lakh rupees. Is that a lot of money? 1 lakh rupees? Because for me, this 1,500 is like the minimum salary in the UK. You can't find any houses for less than 1,500 here. Honestly, $1,500 would be around 1,200 British pounds. You can't find any houses like 2 bedrooms, or you know, you can't find. Or if, like for rent, it's very hard. It's very hard. Even 1 bedroom, it's pretty hard. Especially if you want to live closer to London. So that salary here is nothing, unfortunately. But I guess if you are a senior artist living and working here in the UK, you would probably earn 3,000, 4,000 pounds. Probably.
Lead artists and supervisors' salaries can be substantially higher.
He looks like he's crying, poor guy.
India's
he
VFX
looks
industry
tired.
has now managed to grab 10% of the global market and is expected to rise by 25% in 2025. India will definitely take a large chunk of world's VFX production. However, with growing demand for visual effects and rising salaries in India, I don't think that we would see an outflow of jobs from Europe or America. Huge number of film and episodic productions for numerous streaming platforms will simply create new opportunities for VFX artists around the world, including India. Now back to our sponsor, F-Track. F-Track solutions help everyone involved.
Guys, I'm not gonna play this part because you know it's just talking about the sponsor, but that was a very educational video, very interesting, and you know I think that the whole VFX industry, it's going to be overtaken by India, because India has a huge population, a talented workforce, and you know you can't beat that, because like in the US there are a lot of people but not as much as in India. In the UK there are much less people, so I think talented people will be hired and India will probably overtake, because they have so many people willing to work and very talented, you know, and you know it's a growing industry. Anyways, this looked amazing, you know, the whole VFX. I am very intrigued by this, how and what people can do with you know, the VFX with a computer, because I know that it's very hard to master a program, but when you do, you can do anything with it, anything. And amazing VFX will get you a little bit of hype. Like we see the trailer of Brahmastra. It's a lot, there's a lot of VFX and people are very hyped for it because it looks like an awesome movie. And there are some movies that are made with a very humble budget, but the VFX look amazing because of the time and dedication that the workforce put into it. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. Do you think India will overtake the VFX industry? Let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget, you can join me on Discord. The link is in the description. And I will see you on the next video, guys. Take care now. Bye-bye. See you soon.